Hey guys, this is DanDanTheFireman. I want to talk to you about CE protection, EN protection, what all these numbers mean, all that armor that goes in your shoulders, elbows, knees, hip, all those little things that you can buy. I want to talk about that. So all that stuff has been pretty confusing, so I decided to look it all up and actually just tell you what I found. If you guys like this kind of stuff, be sure to hit subscribe and hit that notification bell right next to it. So that way you're notified whenever I post any new videos. So what I did is I was looking up and I found just a little bit of information. There's some good articles, there's some good things here and there, but I found one that I'm going to be using. All my sources will be in the description. So there's basically two different things. There's CE and EN. The CE stands for European conformity. The EN stands for European norm. Now, just like the DOT, SNEL rating, and the ECE rating for helmets that I did in a video just a little while ago, EN and CE are also kind of different, but in their own little way. Really, the only time that you're gonna be required to even have EN or CE rated armor is when you're on a racetrack. Some places won't even allow you to ride without having this armor on. But if you're riding on the street, it's not required. You can just have a motorcycle jacket with no pads, no EN or CE rated armor. Now, one thing to keep in mind, armor manufacturers are starting to move away from the European standards. This way, they're gonna go with an all world or international standard. Because Asia and Australia have different standards than Europe or America, this way, it'll just be one all universal standard. Okay, so you see some codes right after EN, like EN 1621-2 2003. The numbers following the EN are an indication of what the protector is rated for. The 1621 indicates the item is rated for motorcycle use, and the 2 tells us the area of protection. A protector labeled EN 1621-1 2003 is going to be for pretty much anywhere but the back. And keep that in mind, guys. A protector labeled EN 1621-2 2003 is going to be for back protection. There are 2 levels of CE protection, CE level 1 and a CE level 2 protector. Now, while doing some research for different protectors out there, I found that there's a CE level 3, but I couldn't find very much information on that. So I don't know if it's gonna be a marketing ploy. I haven't found where they've done the testing. I haven't found anything at all. So just keep that in mind. Right now, CE level 2 is gonna be one of the better ones. CE level 2B is something newer. It's also gonna be like a bigger pad, a bigger piece of armor. Typically, you only need a CE level 1 for most tracks. However, some are more advanced and higher speed track schools or races require CE level 2. Finally, the 2003 refers to the year when the standard was implemented. So there's 2007, 2014, there's some newer standards out there, but just keep in mind that if you see like an older year, it might not be to the most current standard. The standards have to be reviewed or updated every few years. So before I jump into what a level 1 and level 2 protector cannot exceed and the type of force that is put on it, let's go ahead and talk real quick about what a kilonewton is, because this is what they use. So it is common to see forces expressed in kilonewtons, where 1 kilonewton equals 1,000 newtons. For example, the tractive effort of a Class Y steam train locomotive and the thrust of a F-100 fighter jet engine are both around 130 kilonewtons. So a fighter jet engine thrust, 130 kilonewtons. Keep that in mind. Level 1 protectors, the maximum transmitted force must be below 18 kilonewtons and no single value shall exceed 24 kilonewtons. Level 2 protectors, maximum transmitted force must be below 9 kilonewtons and no single value shall exceed 12 kilonewtons. The transmitted force is what you actually feel, what the force is actually hitting you. The armor is going to be taking up a lot of the forces. So level 2 protectors are better than level 1 protectors. So a lesser used rating you may see sometimes includes the EN 1621 rating is EN 340. The 340 is just a general standard that is not specific to a specific sport or job. So when you see both the 340 and 1621 on a piece of armor, the 340 is pretty pointless because the 1621 already covers all the requirements for the 340. So what you really want to look for is EN 1621, the CE level 1 or CE level 2. The CE level 2 is going to offer the best impact protection for your spine. Above all else, the shape and size of the back protector is what's really most important. A CE level 2 back protector is not going to do any good if you can't fit in your jacket or the pocket is too big and it moves around on you. Now that you kind of have an understanding of level 1, level 2, what the numbers are, there's also different types of motorcycle armor. There's foam, memory foam, silicone, hard plastic, viscoelastic. Now, foam is just an armor that is closed cell or open cell foam and in various densities all the way up to fairly hard foam used in helmets. Hard foams absorb impact and shock by destructive decomposition so that they can only be used to protect for one incident and must be replaced. Soft foams offer little protection with closed cell foams, providing a bit more protection than open cell foams. Memory foam armor achieves higher level impact absorption compared to open and closed cell types. Memory foam rebounds slowly after compression. It is a very dense foam though. Silicone, they're a gel type impact shock absorber. They are produced in various densities and generally used close to the body for comfort. Hard plastic armor usually consists of a hard plastic and is designed to resist abrasive and puncture injuries. Hard armor generally is used in conjunction with some impact absorbing foam or other material on the inner surfaces of the body. This is because hard armor by itself does not provide impact absorption qualities. So viscoelastic, this one's a little interesting. The use of viscoelastic materials in motorcycle motorcycle armor has allowed for hand, elbow, knee, shoulder, tailbone, and back armor to be manufactured in a soft and pliable state at rest. Upon the introduction of shock, the armor adopts extremely rigid and protective qualities. They are currently being used in jackets, trousers, and suits by manufacturers such as Revit, First Gear, BMW Apparel, Scorpion, Ruka, Klim, Aerostitch. Viscoelastic armor is soft and body forming until it's impacted. At impact, it reacts quickly to form a rigid mass. D30 armor hardens edge to edge. SASTEC armor is considered to be a progressive reactive armor in that it hardens to a degree sufficient to counter the force. Basically, what this does is that it's very pliable, it's able to move. It's like an anti-Newtonian, I think I'm saying that right, material to where it's soft and you can actually squish it, but the moment you hit it with any type of impact, it just hardens up. So you hit it once, you're flying through the air, hopefully not, but you're flying through the air and you hit it again, it's still gonna provide you that protection instead of just breaking like a very hard foam would. So that's basically it. There's a lot of information, guys, I'm sorry. This is stuff that I was looking up when I was looking up for armor, because I have an option for some back armor because I got some really low armor. It's not CE rated, so I want to find out what the best is to be able to slide in that slot in my new jacket that I have. If you guys like this kind of stuff, it's a little bit more educational than just a fun moto vlog and you know, doing a gear review, but I think this is very important and it's safety related, so I'm bringing it to you guys. So write in the comment, tell me what you guys think, and I'll see you guys later. You all ride safe.